Hello everybody, my name is Airspace, welcome back to EVE Online, hope you guys are all doing well. Today I'm going to be running some more T4 Abyss actually, and that's because I want to actually get to 2 billion ISK now. So I remember a while ago I had this goal to goal or road to 1 billion ISK. Now I want to get to 2 billion ISK because I'm almost hitting there. There's not actually any particular reason. I mean, there's a reason I would like to be able to eventually buy a Marauder, but I'm not 100% sure on that, but I feel like it will be really cool to just see like a 2 billion in the wallet. So I'll be running some T4 Abyss then today to be able to try to achieve that. I will not, in this single run here, I will not be able to, very unlikely that I'll be able to get to 2 billion ISK unless we're very lucky, unless I get this skill book from here, you know, the small disintegrator specialization. This one here is like worth really a lot of money. You see 164, so that'll be probably enough just to get us up to 2 billion ISK, but it's very unlikely that you'll get that. But if we are, that'll be really nice. So we're in Gila right now, and I've loaded a filament here into my cargo bay because you always need that, of course. So let's go and undock and go to the safe spot to run the abyssal sites. Alright, and just keep a little keen eye on the G to undock just in case there are any suspicious people. I've marked quite a few people and we do not want to have people scanning us unnecessarily. It's not like I'm running a really expensive fit, but I prefer to keep the people scanning me to a minimum. So we undock here to our instant undock. You can see we just undock almost straight away. And then I've got a safe spot that's in space a little bit further away because I don't want to run straight out here because this makes it just really easy to walk to my abyssal trace. If you just want to, like, I don't think people will gank me for economical reasons, but I feel like people, if they want to gank me, they're probably going to gank me just to be able to troll. And I prefer if that did not happen. It would be really nice if that did not happen, but I can actually see that happening eventually someday. Let's just hope that doesn't happen anytime soon. Alright, so we're at the abyssal launch site, which is what I call the sites where I jump into the abyss, or the area I jump into the abyss. The abyssal launch site. Oh, I have that actually. I have actually not named the bookmark, but I've named it on these other sites here because I've got a few different spots to run them in Gita, because sometimes you can actually be too close to a different filament and you're not able to run. So we'll activate our raging electrical filament and give this a go. You know, I could actually have used my Gila that has no implants on it, but it's so convenient to use the one with implants, because with implants, the crystal implants I've got, it makes it so that it's very easy for me to achieve the desired tanking, and this way I'm able to have a lot more DPS because of how they allow me to have less tank modules, and because of less tank modules I can use a full low slots with DPS and don't have to have a flux coil. Because if you're not using implants, then what you'd have to do is you would probably put a one flux coil in the lows, and this allows you to have the tank required because you're able to power a very big tank, but you obviously have less DPS, so it'll take a longer time. So let's just go for the dissipators, spearfishers and entanglers. This is important for me because I want to reduce the amount of the tackling on the grid, especially since we're in Carib's Tower and we're in Orange Cloud. The Orange Cloud will make so that our shield boost uses more capacitor, and we obviously have to go here to grab the Triglavian extraction nodes, but we have got really good capacitor, so we actually are cap stable. Oh, you see that wrecking shot right there? We have to be really careful that we do not get a lot of those, but we are pretty cap stable even though we've got an Orange Cloud and the MWD on. Let's go to this. Actually, we're getting like a bit of a lag. You see that I just jumped one frame just like that. But you want to just watch out for the wrecking shots. They really can hurt sometimes. And actually, I need to shoot my missiles. Why not shooting my missiles? Oof! Did you see that right there? Another wrecking shot. Okay, I need to take up speed a little bit. Got the loot. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Unoverheat stuff now. Okay, please take up speed. And drones. Why are my drones not shooting stuff? I hate. It's been quite a few days since I actually ran Abyss sites. I upload videos quite frequently, but often it'll go quite a few days where I'll film multiple times in the same day. So it'll seem like I maybe run a lot of Abyss sites in the same or very frequently, but actually I usually do it in like bursts at a time. I'm a little bit unused to the mechanics. Like, it's not in that muscle memory. You get that muscle memory eventually and you become really like boss, a boss at running Abyss sites. Like, I remember at one point when I was running T5s, I'd run so many that it was just like I was so used to like at farming them, that I would be running them in so quick times, like 11, 12 minutes, maybe sometimes even 10 minutes, just because of how used to I was to do all the mechanics, like going to these different caches, avoiding damage from Charybdis, putting my drones on there. A lot of time can actually be wasted when you're not putting your drones on the right target. So if they are, like you saw I was doing before, like I wasn't properly managing my drones, I wasn't shooting my missiles on the right targets, or even shooting them at all, actually, which is even worse. So we'll shoot our heavy missile. This is another thing, micromanaging. You know, we want to shoot our heavy missile launcher and I get another wrecking shot. You know, we just get wrecking shots, like left, right, and center from this Charybdis. Charybdis is cheating. This cheater. Absolute crap loot. Okay, but I think actually we got decent loot from the extraction nodes. Let's see here. 13 mil. Okay, that's alright. I mean, that's like if we multiply by 3, we'll get about 40 mil. So that's decent, I would say. But it's obviously going to be worth a lot less than Jita, so I hope it will give us at least 40 mil. But it's really annoying how you get ripped off so often by in the Abyss. The loot prices still seem to not have particularly changed that much. The 0 point condensate, I think it's called, yeah. The 0 point condensate is not worth that much. You can see here I'm going a little bit to the side just to keep transversal up. Manual piloting, hold down Q, double click just to get a bit of, you know, extra transversal. I don't want to be too close to him because I want to just have enough. I want to be able to go to the transfer conduit very quickly. It's transfer conduit. Hey, Ace-Face, let's go. Let me take you to the next hellhole in the Abyss. Alright, man, I'll go there. Okay, let's see. Recall our drones. Always good to have a hotkey for drones, guys. I've made it Shift F, but always is good to have a hotkey. It's so much quicker than having to drag them like this. And there are actually even hotkeys to do many things that I actually don't even do myself. Like, often I use hotkeys for specifically drones and shooting stuff, but when it comes to like moving, you can see here I'm so used to just doing like this, like pressing approach, and it doesn't actually take that long either. But that is something that I noticed that people have actually complained to me about, saying that, oh no, you don't use hotkeys for moving, stop using the radial menu, it's so slow. But I find it very convenient to use the radial menu. It feels very natural, at least. I remember really when I started playing EVE Online, I thought this radial menu, just I don't know why, but I just thought it seemed really cool. There's just something about it. It just seemed like a kind of advanced UI feature that I've never come across before. Now it seems pretty average. Like radial menus exist in all kinds of games, but I'd never really seen a proper radial menu before, so it felt quite unique for me. Okay, let's go to this sub node right here. We've got sub nodes, then you also got like these normal nodes, like they're different types of nodes. Let's see now. I don't know really what's the difference. I don't know if there is any difference. Maybe there's a difference. You get a wrecking shot again. You know, you could just. I just don't understand how we get so many wrecking shots. I don't see us doing wrecking shots. So unfair. So unfair. Extraction node. Yeah, you got like these extraction nodes. Then you got like extraction sub nodes. I think that maybe the sub nodes give a little bit less loot, but I've not actually noticed any particular difference. But it would make sense that the sub nodes give a bit less because it's like called sub node. It's not an actual node. It's the sub version of it, so like the smaller version. It would make sense, but if you guys know anything about that, let me know. Alright, so let's just use the manual piloting to get up here to the, because if we go directly to it, then we're going to be bumping into this rock, so I don't want that to happen. Okay, get oh, cluster shutting down. When is it shutting down? Oh, okay, it's in there now. It's alright. I was like, oh, cluster shutting down in the middle of my abyss run. That'll be annoying. Okay, start moving towards here. Now that we can actually see it, now we can approach it. There's no problem with doing that. In actuality, we can actually do like this, go down a bit. If you hold down, click Q once, then you can actually rotate it downwards. And if you double click, it'll just go straight. Okay, that was not that great. Maybe the bioadaptive will help us. Yeah, so I often say hold down Q and then double click, but you can actually hold down Q, click once, and then move the mouse again, then you can actually move it down. Or you can actually move it up as well. So it depends which like movement you do. I prefer this much more to double clicking in space because you'll go on for infinity and you can mistakenly go into the abyssal depths. Okay, Chukalavian bioadaptive cache. And I've noticed that many people keep asking, why do I have a heavy missile launcher? Guys, it's really good that you use a heavy missile launcher. Always have these if you want to go for the extraction nodes. And I strongly recommend you go for the extraction nodes because a large portion. Oh, that's good right there. 22 mil from that one. We got the chaotic dark filament. That was worth quite a bit. But always have a heavy missile launcher if you can, because these are just so good. They're like so good range, and it's like they one-shot the extraction caches. So you are basically, it's really an easy way to pop them so that you can potentially go to them or not go to them. and a large portion of the loot comes from the extraction nodes. So I'd strongly not recommend you to skip them, because I noticed that a lot of people do that, and for there are many reasons you could do that. One could be that just your ship is not good enough equipped to be able to fight, grab them, or you've maybe not got enough DPS, so you can't complete the wave if you're having you're taking it, wasting too much time grabbing the extraction nodes. But it could also just be that your ship has not got enough mobility, or that you're just not enough time for you to grab them with the MTU, or some other kind of reason. And I understand that, but if you can, always go for the extraction nodes, because you can get so much dank ISK from that. And I forgot to activate my light missiles again. It's quite annoying, but we're making good time actually. Oh, I'll say it's average time, actually not that amazing time. We average 4 minutes now per wave. If we were to finish it now, probably a little bit more, almost 5. That's actually not so good time. So actually, no, we're not in good time. We're actually at bad time right now. Slightly unfortunate, but that is how the Abyss is. The Abyss is a slightly an RNG dependent situation. What the heck? You know, I had a minus 50% EM resistance here. You see this, like minus 50% EM resistance. We can either get 50% or 70%. So we got 50%, and that's good for us because we'll be slightly tankier, so we'll have a little bit more EM resistance. But just the thing I'm shocked about is that, remember before we had so low shields because of the Kerberos Tyrannos. So imagine if that was a 70% one. We would have probably gone into armor from there. We would definitely go into armor actually. Well, that's a bit scary to know that. But that's why it's good to have 2 multi-spectrum shield hardeners, guys, because it gives you that buffer in case these kind of wrecking shots happen. It does actually give you more EHP per second to replace one of these multi-spectrum shield hardeners with a shield boost amplifier, like a tiny bit more. I think it's about 15 EHP per second more. So that is obviously good, but the thing is, these provide a buffer, and that is important when it comes to the wrecking shots, because wrecking shots seem to just have an absurd high probability to occur in the Abyss. It's really annoying. Let's take out these Dynamics. This is so easy. The Velas are just the inferior Triglavians. I actually had someone comment that the Vela has some kind of root in some kind of mythology that I think it means like slave or something. So it would signify how these rogue drones are kind of like slaves to Triglavians. Alright, let's see now. With the extraction over here, and MWD is off because of these anchoring. So let's take out the anchoring actually. We've got Vedmax, and usually I'll take out these Vedmax first, because Vedmax have so high amounts of damage, but these are Vela Vedmax. They don't do at all near as much damage as standard Vedmax. So I'm just going for all this E-War just to get it off me, so that when we actually attack the Vedmax, then they'll go a lot quicker. Then we can shoot our heavy missile now on the extraction cache. Lock up all the rest of the caches. Okay, good. And go for this anchoring right here. Oh, he's already off us, so we can just start boosting with that MWD. Got nice. The Gistum B-Type 50MN is just so good. This Microwarpdrive over here, the Gistum B-Type 50MN Microwarpdrive, I really recommend you guys buy it, because it only costs like I think 100 mil. So it's not like a really expensive mod, you know, like you got like these. You only need one of them. It's not like you need like 3 damage mods, for example, that 120 mil each. This only costs 100 mil. You only need one of them. And it's just so good because this MWD, first of all, it boosts slightly faster, only slightly faster than a normal like Tech 2 or Tech 1 Microwarpdrive. So it's not like amazing in that regard in terms of speed. But the thing that's just amazing about it is that it has so good capacitor uses. Like, it hardly uses any capacitor at all compared to the normal Microwarpdrive. Like, I don't even think I'm cap stable if I were to use a normal Microwarpdrive, but with this one, I'm plenty cap stable. You see here, 16 gigajoule per second. That's so nice. Okay, let's grab our heavy missile launcher, launch it to the extraction node here. Alright, launch this here. Hold down Q, move it up, double click there. And nothing from there. So the last thing is the bioadaptive cache right here. Are we making good time? 12 minutes. Okay, we're almost done. 44 mil. Maybe we can get something good for this bioadaptive. Maybe we won't. We will see. But it seems like the RNG is slightly better here. It's mainly because of this chaotic dark filament here. Because these go for quite a lot. Many people run chaotic darks in these hawk teams, the frigate abyss, because the dark filaments make it so that you go really fast, and the optimal range of turrets are a lot shorter. So it's very easy to kite stuff, because if optimal range of turrets are shorter and you go really fast, you're speeding around, it's basically impossible for the enemy ships to hit you. So it is very easy to speed tank stuff in a speedy hawk. So that's what people often do, they farm hawks. Okay, so that's good. The Drek, like I think, goes for a few mil. So I think we got about 50 or something mil for this. So that's a really good run, actually. I'm really happy that we got that at least. But probably it'll be sell for less in Jita. But the reason this Chaotic Dark is expensive is because there's a lot of people running the Chaotic Darks in the Hawk frigates. Really popular. I've seen streamers even do that. And I've actually seen I saw some YouTube videos, some guy, I can't remember what he's called now, some Russian guy. He was using some Caldari Navy hooker builds, actually doing the Chaotic Darks within a team of 3. And that looks really interesting because the Caldari Navy hook builds are not at all that expensive. So that's really impressive for doing. That's a high level activity with ships. Okay, so 13 minutes. So 13 minutes, I mean, 13 minutes is alright, but it can be better. It can be better. I would say 12 minutes or less is good. Or less than 12 minutes is good. 12 minutes is like average. 12 minutes, I've run T5 sites and that. My T5 fit obviously is a lot better than this because of the increased damage from the faction during damage amplifiers. We're only using Tech 2 obviously. So it's going to be a lot slower. Let's go back to Jita. Actually, I warped to the wrong place. I did warp to this abyssal launch site. I was supposed to warp to my instant dock in Jita. Let's do that. Got an instant dock here. Let's see how much we actually get from this. We don't see any red people, so it seems like the undock is quite safe. But I think there are no tornadoes anywhere. Tornadoes are the ones who love to gank. They just love to gank. We've got some friendlies as well over here. You see these blue people? Yeah, it's really cool. We got some blue people over here. Okay, Jita it is. Let's dock right here. Dockity dock dock. We've got a bit of heat damage. We'll have to repair that as well. It's a bit annoying that we've taken heat damage, but no biggie, no biggie. That's one good thing about basing out citadels. You get free repair. It costs a tiny bit. I mean, it's honestly not even. It's so negligible, or however you pronounce it, that it really does not matter. Okay, so we use our abyssal loot filter, grab everything, put it in an item hanger. Okay, so let's see how much we get here. So 48 mil from the loot. Let's see how much the Drekavac. Okay, for 43 mil, it's good. 43 mil is good. Let's see how much we can get for the Drekavac. 6. Okay, so I think prices are maybe gone up or something. So 43 mil, we can sell this for 15, I think. So 43 mil plus 15, 58 mil. Let's do that. 58 mil. 58 mil is so nice. I will receive 15 million. Because you just look at the lowest one and then you put a little bit less than that and people will eventually buy it. Because a lot of people buy these blueprints. I think it's because people take these in wormholes and construction in wormholes. Because it's a lot easier than having to actually manually move the whole ship. They can buy multiple blueprints and then construct them on the go. So it's a lot easier. Also in general in like hard to get to locations. So we got 15 mil plus the 43 mil. So we got 58 mil from that site right there. All in all, I'm really happy. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. That was a T4 run, and the road to 2 billion is gonna soon get there eventually. Hopefully. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.